Hi, it's Jill Osborne from the Interstitial Cystitis Network office, and I'm here today to give you another self-help tip on living with IC effectively, but this is a couples tip. So I need you to go get your partner or spouse and watch this video together. Now let me give you a scenario. I want you to imagine your bedroom. The husband's on one side, the wife is on the other side, and let's be totally predictable here. It's the wife who has IC, the husband who doesn't have IC. So the wife is sitting there, and in her head she's going, he doesn't love me. He will not even give me a hug. And then the husband is looking at his wife going, it's obvious she's in pain, but if I hug her, I'll hurt her, and I don't want to hurt her. So what happens is the husband backs off, and then the wife feels very, very hurt. So, does this sound familiar? Well, it probably does. And here's the problem. You guys suck at communication. It is very unfair for either one of you to assume that your partner can read your mind. I believe in full and honest communication. So let me give you some ideas that I think will help. And of course, idea number one is no mind reading anymore. If you need something, you need to ask for it. If you're having a bad day, you need to say that you're having a bad day. If you need a hug, please ask for a hug. It's completely okay to ask for help if you need it. Now, for the IC patient, the next thing I want you to remember is that you need to be completely honest about your symptoms. Don't hide it. That's not fair to either one of you. If you're having a bad day, say you're having a bad day. If you're having pain, let them know that you're having pain. If you need a little bit of extra help around the house, ask for help around the house. But now, here's an important thing I need you to remember. You know, one of the pitfalls that patients sometimes fall into is they obsessively try to explain it over and over and over again. Honey, it's like having a bladder infection. No, it's like having glass in my bladder. No, it's like somebody's taken a razor blade and cut my bladder. You know, the problem is that your spouse has never had bladder pain. And because they've never had it, they're really not going to be able to say exactly what you need them to say, which is, I totally get it. This is why you have to have a good IC support system. That way, you can call somebody like me. You can call an IC support group leader, and you can say, oh, you're not going to believe what I did today. I made black bean soup. It killed my IC. And then I, because I'm also an IC patient, can say, you're right. Oh my God, I did exactly the same thing. You see, that's not something that your partner's going to do for you. So for you to be really balanced here and not put an unfair burden on your partner, you need to make sure that you have a good IC support system. And that, of course, is what our website is for. Now, for the spouses, I have a couple of tips for you. And tip number one is probe. Do not accept a partner who says, I'm fine. You know, if there's one word that's an absolute predictor that something bad is going on, is somebody saying, I'm fine. Ask your partner, are you having a good day today? Are you having a bad day today? You know, that lets them know that you care. Now, the second thing I want you to remember as a spouse is that when your partner cannot be intimate with you, that doesn't mean that they don't love you. What they're saying is, I hurt. Today, my body is not up for it, but that doesn't mean that my heart doesn't love you too. The third thing that you need to remember as a spouse is that you've got to step in and help. It's very hard for somebody who's ill and in pain to do some normal daily activities. So you're always going to follow up, how are you, with, is there anything that I can do, honey, to help you? That's very, very important. So to conclude this, you have to work as a team at home, and this means on great days, you guys are going to have a great time. Go live life and enjoy it. But on bad days, when IC is hitting, be there for each other. Help each other. Do the housework together. cook meals together if you can. The second thing I want you to do is work together as a team with the doctor, because there are going to be times when the patient will struggle to explain what's going on. It's not unusual for a patient to be in so much pain that when they walk into the doctor's office, they start crying. And that's when you step forward and be their advocate. You can tell the doctor what the symptoms are. You can tell the doctor if your partner is able to sleep through the night. You can talk about treatments together. Work together with your doctor. And, you know, last but not least, the true test of a relationship and the maturity of a relationship and the maturity of the people in the relationship is your ability to handle obstacles together. You know, the minute you run, that really shows that you're not as mature as you think you are. You know, this can happen to anyone. It could just as easily be the partner who has IC than the wife. And you know, if the partner has prostate cancer, you can darn well bet that the wife is going to try to be there to support them. And the same is true as if the wife has IC. The husband should be there to support them too. So this is not the end of the world. Life happens. Accidents happen, illness happens, but your ability to work together and talk to each other will determine how you get through this. I wish you well. If you're looking for any more IC support activities or information, come visit our website at www.ic-network.com.